Okay, here he is. He is a 1985 original Inferno. This is the Found in the Wild series. It's basically a series where you find Transformers. Again, it could be anywhere. Your neighbor may have Transformers he's selling to you. He wants to sell to you. You may go to a garage sale and find Transformers that are been played with, and there's no more need to keep them around the house. The parents want to get rid of them or something like that, and they try to sell them, and so on and so on and so on. You get them off the marketplaces, eBay, Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever. Whoever sells Transformers, and so I got him off of eBay. But he's all original. He's 1985, and this is the only thing he came with was just the vehicle itself. There was no parts. There was no hoses. These are from the KO. There are no fists. These are from the KO, which we will try. And he already has his gun in his hand there from the KO. So we will try to put these in to see if they actually fit on this guy. He's a fire rescue, search and rescue. I do need to get a red alert, and I'm working on that. But we will do some comparisons between him and my KO that I did a video on. Okay. Interesting fact with this original, this guy, I weighed him. He weighs 4.05 ounces. Okay. The KO weighs 4.30 ounces. So this KO is actually heavier than the original. I don't know why. That's weird. I think maybe it's the tires, because these tires on this guy are really worn down. I mean, they are really worn down compared to, excuse me. You want to see new tires, kind of new. So this is the case of the KO. So they are new. They're new. And these are the worn out ones. So that's could be a factor in him weighing less. Who knows? I don't know. You guys want to leave comments about that? You think that's a factor? Also, I looked on him. He has it's Takara 1980-82, and you can see, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. So it says Takara 1980-82 on there. And it's Japanese and whatnot on the markings for the markings for this vehicle. Okay, and the KO has same thing, Takara 1980-82, and then at the bottom it has Hasbro 1980 and 82. And that's kind of unusual. I don't know. Is that unusual? Is that weird? They don't have the exact same markings. The KO. And the original. So maybe they just knocked off the KO mold from Hasbro. Would that explain it? That's why this guy has Hasbro on him, and this guy has just the car. All right. So that's another oddity. It's another mystery. I don't know if anybody knows anything about that. You can just leave comments about that. I appreciate it. All right. He's pretty solid for being out in the wild for almost 40 years. 40 years actually, because this is, so this is about, so he's pretty solid for being out in the wild. I mean, I've seen other vehicles that are smashed up, missing all tires, missing ladders, you name it. The chrome is starting to come off there on the side of him, in the back of his hose there. He does have stickers on him. A majority of stickers are still on him. Okay, so let's get this guy transformed, and let's see if these fists will fit. Actually, let's do the roll test, right? Come on, let's see if this guy rolls. What do you think? Before we transform him. Still rolls for 40 years. He still rolls. Look at that. Those tires are nice, and well, they're not thick anymore, but they still work. All right, and then our KO rolls a lot smoother because his tires are brand new. Alright, so this guy does still roll. Okay. We will transform him. I just said that. Let's just take a look at his hose real quick. You can see it's been sun bleached, or it's been discoloration on it because of the sun or whatever this time, compared to our brand new hose here. Everything's brand new, shiny on the new one. A KO compared to our Found in a Wild series. Okay, so just want to point that hose out to you. You've seen it already, probably when I was doing the video here, when I'm doing the video. So simple transformation with him. Not too complicated, not like a masterpiece. We're gonna bring up, switch the head around, bring the head through there, pick it up, move it to the top of the, whoops, you got to make sure it's lined up. Top of the hood here, it's not lined up, so I don't want to break them. You can hear that plastic starting to crack. Okay, I might have to do this off camera. There we go. Okay, just a little. Gotta line it up. There we go. And it should just fit right down there. And he is transformed like so. And there he is. And he's a little worse for wear. He's a little beat down, right? But, you know, he does have all his parts. Like I said, that's a plus when you're collecting Transformers, you know, from different decades. It's from the 80s. You can see the tires are worn down, like I said. Okay, so does anybody have any guesses on will these fists fit right in? Let's take a look. I'll do that right now. Whoa, that is amazing. Whoa, it clicked right in there. How about that? Holy smokes. Holy smoke, look at that. Wow, cool. It clicked right in there. Was I expecting something different? Yeah, because I've done other KO videos and the parts don't fit exactly the way they should, you know, because it's different molds. Maybe the mold's a little bit off. Alright, so the fists fit right in. Let's put these hoses on top of him. On the side. Oh, just came off. No, why can't I? Oh, there it is. I can't see. This one. Whoops! That one just flew right out. No, they won't go in. I'm trying to force that in there, and they won't go in. That's why. It won't. Nah, look. I got one. I got one on the one side, and now these. Yeah, I got one on the other. See, I don't want to. This is, yeah. They're not really going to. Yeah, they don't really want to stay in. All right, so that's a negative for the original with the KO hoses here. Let me take a look here. I think I got some missiles I can put in there real quick. Take a look in my box of goodies. Where are his missiles at? These are actually Mirages. And these are Sunstreakers. So, sorry. You know what, guys? I don't see his missiles. They could be in the original box. I'm sorry about that. I don't see them laying around. I did bring out the hands and the hoses and everything. So for some reason I can't find the missiles. But again, it would probably be the same issue with the missiles, that they won't like stay in all the way, or that they will come out eventually. You know, I mean, they could fall out. So, oops. Why is that not? All right. These things, you can just turn this around and put it on there. There we go. Yeah. So, put this guy here. All right. All right. Yeah. So all in all, he is a decent. Yeah, that's the issue. Oh yeah, when I was doing the KO video on this guy, I actually have the KO right here. The missiles, the hands and the missiles, they don't want to stay in. Yeah, so you can see they just don't stay in, and he is an original. Okay, so the KO right here was having the same problem with the fists not staying in the arms for some reason. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. I mean, I was saying you would think that the original would have less of that problem like that, and it would have more of a secure fit. and they just flop right out. And yeah, you know, this is, that ladder has to be flush against the back. It has to be lined up properly, you know. If it's out like this, right, it's like I said, it's going to be tilted back, so you want to kind of keep it straight like that. Yeah, for some reason the same problem was happening with the KO. I don't know why. So there you have it. So he is a found in the wild Inferno. Have you guys found Transformers in the wild that you plan to keep, or you plan to fix them up and sell them? You know, you may want to do something like that. You know, leave comments. I appreciate it. If you want to, you know, tell me if you found these Transformers that you may want to fix up and sell. I mean, I do see on eBay, I do see part slots a lot. You know, missing, you know, Transformers missing parts, you know, Decepticon wings, Seeker's wings, a Mirage was missing parts, you know, Afterburner, yeah, Afterburner, other Transformers, Sunstreaker with no canopy, you know, just a Transformer with no canopy or anything, you know, just missing parts left and right. They're kind of called like junk piles, or, you know, junk lots or whatever. All right, so here he is. He is the original Inferno from 1985, and then we have our KO. Yes. And we have our KO from 2020, 2022. Who knows when this guy was made? I have no idea. You know, it could be recent. It could be 2024 or 25. Who knows? All right, so I want it snap right in there. How about that? All right, I'm going to transform our KO here. Just have them stand side by side real quick. And yeah, the joints on this guy is a lot more tighter. That's what you expect, you know, for being brand new. There he is. So, oh geez. All right, hold on. Sorry about that. And I also forgot to mention there is actually a slight color difference. It should be coming up on camera. The original is more darker, and the KO is like a lighter cherry red or a brighter red. And I don't know if that's because of the just sun discoloration or color duration, or okay, that's a word for you. I don't know if it's just some kind of discoloration of just years, you know, just being out in the sun, or just, you know, whatever. So I don't know what that is, or was it made like that? Because I'm not sure. I haven't got another Inferno KO right now. I mean, I only got one Inferno KO, and I only have one Inferno original, so I don't know if you guys know of any. If you guys have other Infernos in your collection that had that maybe or different in color, you can leave a comment. You know, one is darker than the other. Is it the KO dark? Is on some instances is the KO darker than the original, or vice versa? Or have you seen this before, where the original is a little darker than the KO? All right, so here he is, found in the wild. On the right, Inferno. And as always, appreciate you guys for watching, and everybody have a great day. Take care. Bye.